Have you ever found yourself craving a delicious seafood meal? Perhaps thinking you're making a healthy choice for your heart and mind, only to feel a bit uneasy or just not quite right afterwards. It's a familiar situation for many of us, isn't it? We reach for what we believe is a truly nourishing option, brimming with those wonderful omega-3s, only to discover that some of the choices available to us might actually be undermining our health rather than supporting it. It's a painful reality that something so seemingly wholesome could be quietly contributing to inflammation or exposing us to things our aging bodies are less equipped to handle, like mercury buildup, or even disrupting our delicate digestive balance. This can leave us feeling sluggish, contribute to joint aches, or even cloud that precious mental sharpness we all want to maintain. The truth is, not all seafood is created equal, and for us in our golden years, making informed choices becomes even more crucial. Understanding which seafoods truly nourish our bodies, support our hearts, sharpen our minds, and keep our joints feeling limber, versus those that might be doing more harm than good, is like uncovering a hidden secret to sustained vitality. In this video, we're going to gently pull back the curtain on 4 seafoods you might be eating regularly that you should truly reconsider for your plate. And then, here's the really exciting part. We'll joyfully reveal 4 incredible seafood powerhouses that you absolutely must choose instead. Choices that can genuinely bolster your health and add a wonderful spark to your days. So, please, stick around, because what I'm about to share today might genuinely surprise you and empower you to make much better, more informed choices for a vibrant, energetic life. So now, let's dive right into the first category, the ones that might be lurking on menus or in the supermarket aisles, perhaps pretending to be health heroes, but are anything but for us seniors. The first seafood you should seriously consider avoiding is farmed salmon, especially varieties that aren't clearly labeled wild-caught Alaskan or wild Pacific. You know, when you see those beautiful pink fillets, it's easy to assume they're all equally beneficial. But sadly, that's not always the case. Farmed salmon are often raised in incredibly crowded pens, sometimes off the coast, other times in large inland facilities, unlike their wild cousins who swim freely in vast oceans. Eating a natural diet of smaller fish and crustaceans, farmed salmon are typically fed highly processed pellets made from corn, soy, and other ingredients that are far from their natural diet. This unnatural diet can drastically alter their nutritional profile. They often end up with a much lower concentration of those beneficial omega-3 fatty acids we seek, and a higher ratio of omega-6, which, when consumed in excess, can actually promote inflammation in our bodies. Think about it like this. A wild salmon is an athlete of the sea, lean and strong, fueled by a natural diet. A farmed salmon, on the other hand, is more akin to a factory-farmed chicken, just living in water, often less active, and given a diet that can make them fattier in ways that aren't beneficial for us. To add to this, due to their confined living conditions, farmed salmon are often given antibiotics to prevent disease, and sometimes even artificial dyes to give their flesh that characteristic pink color, which they wouldn't naturally achieve on their diet. These practices not only raise concerns about antibiotic resistance, but also mean you might be consuming residues of these substances. And we're trying to reduce inflammation and protect our precious organs as we age. Choosing farmed salmon can, unfortunately, work against those very goals. It's a subtle yet significant difference that can impact everything from your joint comfort to your cardiovascular health. So, when you're eyeing that salmon fillet, always look for the wild-caught label, specifically from Alaska or the Pacific, to ensure you're getting the true benefits. Moving on. The second category of seafood to approach with extreme caution, especially for us seniors, are large, long-lived predatory fish. I'm talking about fish like swordfish, king mackerel, marlin, and certain types of tuna, particularly big eye or bluefin tuna. These magnificent creatures sit at the very top of the ocean's food chain. And while they might seem impressive, their size and longevity come with a significant drawback: mercury accumulation. You see, mercury is a naturally occurring element, but human activities have increased its presence in our oceans. When smaller fish ingest this mercury, it stays in their system. Then, when larger fish eat those smaller fish, the mercury concentrates in their bodies, a process called bioaccumulation. And because these large predators live for many years and consume vast amounts of smaller fish, they end up accumulating very high levels of mercury in their flesh. For us, as we get older, our bodies become less efficient at detoxifying and eliminating harmful substances. So, even seemingly small amounts of mercury consumed regularly can start to build up in our systems. Mercury is a known neurotoxin, which means it can have detrimental effects on our nervous system and, importantly for us, our brain health. Regular consumption of high mercury fish has been linked to memory issues, difficulty concentrating, and can even increase the risk for more serious neurological problems down the road. Imagine it like a tiny, invisible burden slowly accumulating. While a young person might be able to process and excrete some of it, our aging bodies just don't have the same capacity, making us more vulnerable to its effects. So, while a rare, special occasion might call for a small serving, making these large predatory fish a regular part of your diet is a risk you simply don't need to take when there are so many other wonderful, safer options available. Our third seafood to be wary of is tilapia, particularly if you don't know its origin. Tilapia has become incredibly popular because it's inexpensive and has a very mild flavor, making it appealing to many palates. However, much like farmed salmon, the vast majority of tilapia consumed today is farmed, and the conditions under which it's raised can dramatically impact its nutritional value and even its safety. Many tilapia farms, particularly in certain parts of Asia, operate with very poor environmental controls. The fish are often crowded together in unsanitary ponds, leading to a higher risk of disease, which in turn often leads to the overuse of antibiotics. But beyond the sanitation concerns, the primary issue with farmed tilapia for U.S. seniors lies in its dietary profile. Remember how we talked about the importance of omega-3s? Well, farmed tilapia is notoriously low in beneficial omega-3 fatty acids and, astonishingly, can have a very high ratio of omega-6 fatty acids. In fact, some studies have shown that the fatty acid profile of farmed tilapia is more akin to that of bacon or a donut than it is to a truly healthy, wild-caught fish. Now, an excess of omega-6s in our diet, especially without a good balance of omega-3s, can promote inflammation throughout the body. For us, this means it could exacerbate conditions like arthritis, contribute to cardiovascular issues, and generally make us feel less vibrant. You might think you're choosing a lean, healthy fish to support your heart and reduce inflammation. But if it's farmed tilapia from questionable sources, you could actually be doing the opposite. It's like picking up a piece of fruit that looks good on the outside but offers very little nutritional substance on the inside when we're seeking to nourish our bodies, especially our joints, brains, and hearts. We want foods that actively fight inflammation and provide true, wholesome benefits, not ones that might subtly contribute to our aches and pains. So, while tilapia might be easy on the wallet, it's often not the best investment for your long-term health. Finally, the fourth group of seafoods you should think twice about, and often avoid, are imported catfish and prawns, or shrimp, particularly those sourced from certain Asian countries, especially Vietnam, China, and Thailand. Much like tilapia, the popularity of these products has led to widespread aquaculture practices that are, frankly, concerning. These operations often involve incredibly dense farming conditions in small ponds or enclosed spaces, where sanitation is a major issue. To combat the rampant diseases that thrive in such environments, these farms frequently resort to heavy use of antibiotics, and sometimes even illegal chemicals and pesticides. These substances can then remain as residues in the shrimp or catfish we consume. Think about it. If the conditions are so poor that they require a constant stream of medication to keep the fish alive, what are we really putting into our bodies when we eat them? For our aging systems, which are already working hard to keep everything in balance, introducing these potential contaminants or contributing to antibiotic resistance is a significant risk. Our immune systems might not be as robust, and our digestive systems can be more sensitive. Eating shrimp or catfish from these questionable sources could lead to exposure to harmful bacteria, chemicals, or simply contribute to the global problem of antibiotic resistance, making it harder to treat infections in the future. It's a risk that far outweighs any perceived convenience or cost savings. Your body deserves clean, wholesome fuel, not ingredients that might be carrying a hidden burden from their less than ideal origins. It's like choosing produce grown in questionable soil. You simply don't know what you're truly getting. And your body, especially as you age, truly deserves better. Now, I know hearing about these can be a bit disappointing, especially if some of them have been your go-to choices for convenience or taste. But don't worry, because the good news is, there are so many wonderful, truly nourishing seafood options out there that are absolute health powerhouses. Let's turn our attention to those vibrant, life-enhancing choices that will truly make a difference to your well-being. Having understood what to be cautious about, let's turn our attention to the vibrant, life-enhancing choices that will truly make a difference to your well-being, keeping you feeling energetic, sharp, and strong. The first and arguably most celebrated seafood you absolutely must choose instead is wild-caught Alaskan salmon. Kiesler. When I say wild-caught Alaskan, I'm talking about specific varieties like sockeye, coho, or pink salmon. These fish are genuine marvels of nature. They spend their lives swimming freely in the pristine, icy waters of the Pacific, feasting on a natural diet of krill and smaller fish. This natural lifestyle and diet are precisely why they are so incredibly rich in those essential omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA, which are vital for our health as we age. Wild Alaskan salmon is not just high in omega-3s, it's also an excellent source of lean, high-quality protein, crucial for maintaining muscle mass and strength, which, as we know, becomes increasingly important in our later years. Beyond that, it's packed with vitamin D, a nutrient many of us are deficient in, and which is essential for bone health, immune function, and even mood regulation. And here's a little extra bonus: the deep red-orange color of wild salmon comes from a powerful antioxidant called astaxanthin. This antioxidant helps combat inflammation and protect our cells from damage. Think about it. A regular serving of wild-caught Alaskan salmon can truly be a golden ticket to a healthier heart, a sharper brain, reduced inflammation in your joints, and stronger bones. Imagine feeling less stiffness in the morning or noticing your memory becoming a little clearer, simply by enjoying this delicious, nourishing food regularly. When you're at the store, look for labels that specifically say wild-caught Alaskan or wild Pacific salmon. Don't be afraid of frozen options. They are often flash frozen right after being caught, locking in all those incredible nutrients, making them just as good, if not better, than some fresh options that have traveled a long way. Next up, let's talk about some often overlooked champions: small, oily fish like sardines, anchovies, and Atlantic or Pacific mackerel. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Sardines. Really? But hear me out. These little powerhouses are truly nature's multivitamin, wrapped in a tiny, delicious package. The beauty of these smaller fish is twofold. First, they are incredibly rich in omega-3s, often even more so per serving than salmon. Second, because they have a very short lifespan and are low on the food chain, they accumulate significantly less mercury compared to their larger counterparts. This means you can enjoy them regularly without any concerns about mercury levels. But the benefits don't stop there. Sardines, especially when you eat them with the tiny, edible bones, are an exceptional source of calcium and vitamin D, making them fantastic for bone health, a critical consideration for us all. They also provide abundant vitamin B12, which is vital for energy production, nerve function, and red blood cell formation. For brain health, these small fish are simply phenomenal. Their high omega-3 content helps support cognitive function, improve mood, and protect against age-related cognitive decline. Don't let their size or perhaps previous misconceptions fool you. These deliver a mighty punch of goodness for your entire body. Canned sardines or anchovies packed in olive oil or water are wonderfully convenient and shelf-stable, making them an easy, nutrient-dense addition to salads, toast, or even blended into sauces. They are sustainable, affordable, and incredibly beneficial, a true win-win for your health and your wallet. Our third excellent choice to prioritize is wild-caught cod, haddock, or pollock agu. These are your reliable, mild-flavored whitefish options that offer a fantastic source of lean protein with minimal fat and, importantly, very low mercury levels. Unlike the larger predatory fish, cod, haddock, and pollock typically live shorter lives and feed on smaller organisms, which keeps their mercury content wonderfully low, making them incredibly safe for regular consumption. For us, maintaining muscle mass is a key part of staying strong and independent. These white fish provide that high-quality protein without adding excessive fat or calories, making them excellent for weight management and overall vitality. They're also a good source of essential minerals like phosphorus and selenium. What's more, their mild flavor makes them incredibly versatile and appealing, even if you're not usually a big fish person. They steam beautifully, bake wonderfully, and can be gently pan-fried with a little olive oil and herbs. If you're looking for a gentle, nourishing protein that won't weigh you down and is incredibly safe to enjoy frequently, these whitefish are your steadfast companions. They are easy on the digestion and provide steady fuel for your body without any of the concerns associated with some of the other fish we discussed. Think of them as your everyday healthy hero, dependable, delicious, and utterly beneficial for your ongoing health journey. Finally, let's celebrate a unique and incredibly nutritious group of seafood and mussels and oysters, especially when they are responsibly farmed. These aren't fish, but rather bivalve shellfish, and they are absolute nutritional gold mines. Unlike most seafood, mussels and oysters are filter feeders, meaning they clean the water as they eat. When farmed responsibly, they can actually contribute positively to the marine environment, making them an incredibly sustainable choice. But their environmental benefits are just the beginning of their appeal. Mussels and oysters are packed with an astonishing array of essential minerals that are often difficult for us to get enough of as we age. They are incredibly rich in zinc, which is vital for a robust immune system and wound healing. They also provide abundant selenium, crucial for thyroid function and powerful antioxidant defense. Beyond that, they are a fantastic source of vitamin B12 and iron, both essential for energy production and preventing fatigue. For many of us, energy levels can sometimes dip, and these trace minerals and B12 can make a real difference in how vibrant and energetic you feel throughout the day. Plus, they offer a unique, briny flavor that can truly elevate a meal. You can steam mussels quickly with a little garlic and white wine, or enjoy fresh oysters on the half shell if you're feeling adventurous. They can also be added to soups and stews for an extra boost of flavor and nutrition. Think of these as tiny nutritional powerhouses. They're packed with essential minerals that support everything from your immune system to your energy levels, offering a wealth of benefits in a small, delicious package. Now, as we round off our journey through the best seafood choices, remember that selecting these options is about more than just a meal. It's about making a conscious investment in your long-term vitality. And speaking of investing in yourself, there's one more piece of wisdom I'd love to share with you, something that ties all of this together in a truly surprising way. So, we've covered quite a bit, haven't we? We've looked at how certain farmed salmon, large predatory fish like swordfish and certain tuna, the ever-present tilapia, and some imported shrimp and catfish can carry hidden risks, things like unhealthy fats, accumulating mercury, or even potential contaminants from questionable farming practices. It's a bit of a wake-up call, but it's an important one, because knowing this truly empowers you. And then, we celebrated the incredible power of the seafood allies that truly support your health, the glorious wild-caught Alaskan salmon, brimming with omega-3s and antioxidants, the mighty small fish like sardines and anchovies, offering a concentrated dose of nutrients with minimal mercury, the lean, dependable goodness of wild-caught cod, haddock, or pollock, perfect for regular enjoyment. And finally, the often underestimated mussels and oysters, tiny treasures packed with vital minerals that boost your immunity and energy. These are your true partners in maintaining a vibrant, energetic life. It might feel like a lot to remember, but honestly, it boils down to a few simple, powerful choices. Every time you step into the grocery store or browse a restaurant menu, you're holding the power to choose vitality. You're not just picking a meal, you're actively nourishing every cell in your body, from your brain and your heart, right down to your toes and your joints. Think of this newfound knowledge as a liberating moment, not a restrictive one. No one expects you to overhaul your entire diet overnight, or to be perfectly strict all the time. The beauty is in the gentle shifts, the small, consistent improvements. Perhaps next time you're thinking of cooking fish, you swap out that tilapia for some delicious wild-caught cod, or you try adding a can of sardines to your lunchtime salad. These small shifts truly lead to monumental improvements in how you feel, how clearly you think, and how much energy you have to enjoy every single day. Remember, your body is an incredible, resilient machine, and with the right fuel, it can continue to amaze you with its capacity for joy and vitality. Don't let confusing information or old habits hold you back from feeling your absolute best. You truly deserve to feel strong, sharp, and full of life every single day. Imagine yourself enjoying a beautiful, active day, perhaps gardening, playing with your grandchildren, or passionately pursuing a beloved hobby, feeling truly energized and clear-headed, with no lingering aches or mental fogginess. A significant part of that vibrant feeling comes from the conscious, informed choices you make about what you put into your body. Choosing the right seafood is one of those powerful, yet simple, steps you can take today to move closer to that ideal vision of your best self. And that surprising thing I mentioned at the very beginning of our conversation, it's simply this: the profound and often underestimated control you have over your own well-being. Just by making these informed, conscious choices about something as seemingly simple as the seafood you eat. It's not about expensive supplements or complex, restrictive diets. It's about reclaiming your power through knowledge and making small, consistent decisions that build up to a truly remarkable quality of life. Now, I'm truly curious to hear from you. What's your go-to seafood? Have you tried some of the wild cod or smaller fish we talked about today? And if so, how do they make you feel? Please share your thoughts, your experiences, or even your favorite healthy seafood recipes in the comments section below. Your insights and ideas truly help us all learn and grow together in this wonderful community. If this video has shed some light for you, if it's given you a clearer, more confident path to healthier eating and feeling better, please take a moment to give it a thumbs up. Your likes genuinely help this vital information reach more people just like you. People who are looking for practical, actionable advice to live their best lives. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel. We're dedicated to bringing you more helpful, easy-to-understand advice that empowers you to thrive at every age. Don't miss out on future videos that could transform your health and happiness and truly help you embrace every moment with vitality. Remember, every day is an opportunity to make choices that nourish your body and your spirit. You are capable of incredible vitality, and you deserve to feel fantastic, no matter your age. Until next time, take wonderful care of yourselves and cherish every single moment of this incredible journey of life. De Dame du Centre Curious.